I'm in a secret location in a forest in Herefordshire with this, the long-awaited, all-new Land Rover Defender. In fact, look, I've got two of them. Brilliant. In this video, I'm going to critique their designs. Oh my God, I love it. Show you around their cabins. I could totally live with this. Talk you through their technology. Ooh. And explain their off-road capability. And of course, I'm going to poke them with a stick. Keeping it real. Now, before we get into all that, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon to turn your notifications on so you're alerted when we make a new upload. Right, and let's kick off by talking about the design because, I mean, look at it. This thing is quite clearly a Defender for the modern age. The design just follows on from the old Land Rover through to the Defender. And look, you've got that flat back end, you've got the spare wheel on the tailgate. It opens in the same way as on the original Defender, only this time, to open it, it's an electrical switch. How very modern. The tailgate is still quite heavy though. Down the sides, you've got this strong, tough-looking shoulder line. Alpine lights in the roof. Love those. Chunky, rugged looks. Flat bonnet, and then you've got that whole thing with circles in squares in the front for the headlights and a very bluff front. Now, this looks mean, and it even matches my top. As with the original Defender, you can get it as a short wheelbase 90 version or a long wheelbase 110. You'll be able to get the new Defender in 6 different trim levels, ranging from pretty basic all the way up to premium, which is what this car is. So you've got contrasting paintwork, big alloy wheels. You also get stuff like a panoramic glass roof and wood interior trims. Ooh. Then there's 170 different accessories, so things like roof tents, raised air intake, which is great if you're driving through sandy conditions. Now, one of the interesting things about this new Defender is that you can make a premium feeling car look very utilitarian. For instance, this one has like a plastic surround, which is tough on the door mirrors. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. So do the steel wheels down here. I mean, they're better when you're off-roading because they don't scratch as easily as alloys, but they don't look cheap. They really suit the car. And you've got to check out this satin paint, though it's not actually paint, it's a wrap. So if you're driving through the bushes, you scratch it all up, the dealer can just whip it off and put a new one on. All right, I guess we better talk about pricing because this new Defender is a bit more expensive than the old one. So the starting price for the 90 is around £40,000. This long wheelbase 110 will be about £45,000. But if you get a top of the range one, you're looking at almost 80 grand. Okay. Now, if you click on the pop-out banner up there in the top right-hand corner of the screen, you can go to carwow to see how much money you can save on a new car. On the original Land Rover, you used to be able to get a fabric roof, and you sort of can with this one. Well, it's actually a folding, retractable fabric roof, so you can use it as a sunroof, or when you're on safari, people can sit on the back seats and then look out at the lions and not worry about getting eaten. Now, you've probably figured out that I rather like the look of this car, especially this 90, in this exact trim with the steel wheels. But what do you think? Do you think Land Rover has done as good a job as Mercedes, Suzuki and Jeep in kind of keeping that retro style? So click on the pop-out banner up there to vote which you think looks the coolest. This new Defender, the G-Wagon, the Suzuki Jimny or the Wrangler. Now we need to talk about this car's interior design. Now, you're probably going to expect me to start prodding at materials and go on about scratchy plastics. Well, I can't here today because this is an early pre-production car. It's not finished, it wouldn't be fair to, but I can critique the design, and I must say, I like it. I like the way it's a simplistic dash, though it's still got character. It says Defender there as well, just to remind you what you're in case you forgot. And there's grab handles, which is great if you're off-roading as well, but then it's all modern with screens here and here. I like the look of the steering wheel as well, and how they've relocated the gear selector up here on the dash, because that frees up space here, which means that you can have this car fitted if you want with an optional jump seat. So yeah, you can fit a small person here. Great! Now, if you don't want the optional jump seat, then you can get just a normal centre console like this 110 version has. So it gets some storage in there. There's a wireless charging pad. By the way, it's got these exposed rivets, which makes the car feel very rough and rugged here on the inside as well. But you don't even have to have this. You can just have nothing here instead. So just a space where you can just store your bag or whatever. If you're planning on using your Defender for family transport, then you're going to want the 110. There's actually a decent amount of room here in the back of the 90. But if you want to carry people in the back quite often, you're probably better off going for this 110 version. Plus, you can upgrade it to have slidey and recliney seats. You can also get the 110 with an optional third row of seats.
Here's Johnny.
There they are, only really suitable for children. At least they're easy to operate. This is also a good car if you want to carry lots of stuff. So the boot can have up to 1,000 litres of space. It's got a rubberised floor so you can wipe it down. You can get a portable rinse kit if you need a shower in the outback. And actually you can load in 900 kilos worth of stuff into the boot, put 300 kilos on the roof, and you can tow 3.5 tonnes as well. So perfect for expeditions. The new Defender gets JLR's latest infotainment system. In fact, it premieres on this car, so you get a huge central screen there, big digital driver's display. I would like to run you through the function on it now, but it's not fully operational in this particular model I've got here, so that'll have to wait for the review. Oh, you can also get the car with a 14-speaker, 700-watt Meridian sound system as well. All of Land Rover's other latest tech is also available on the Defender, such as the clear sight rear view mirror, which uses the camera feed to show you a clear sight of the road or terrain behind you, but then you can flip it if you want to a normal mirror. Say hello to Mr. Cameraman. Yes, butt out please, this is my video. You'll be able to get the new Defender with 4 engines, 2 diesels, both 2 litre, one with 200 horsepower, the other with 240 horsepower. There'll be a 2 litre turbo petrol with 300 horsepower and a 3 litre straight 6 turbo petrol with 400 horsepower and mild hybrid technology. And in future, you'll be able to get a plug-in hybrid version of the car as well. This new Defender is more car-like in its construction than the old one, so it has an aluminium monocoque chassis rather than a ladder frame with body on top. Now that setup, the ladder frame, is actually better for off-roading if I tell you the truth, but it's nowhere near as good for on-road. Also, in the past the Defender had rigid axle suspension, whereas this is fully independent. You either have coil springs, or on the 90 you can upgrade to air suspension. With that you can actually raise it up by 75mm for going off-road, or you can lower it down by 50 to make it easier to get into. Now you get air suspension as standard on the 110. While this car's construction may not be quite so utilitarian as it used to be, Land Rover's designed it to be awesome off-road. Yeah, it really is. This is amazing. Yeah, okay, I'm not driving off-road at all. This is a pre-production car. I'm not here to review it or drive it. I will do eventually, but let me talk you through the off-road tech right now anyway. This new Defender is still Land Rover's most off-road capable car. So the ride height is 20mm greater than the Discovery, and the approach, departure and breakover angles are also superior, though they're not quite as good as the old Defender, but that's probably because of things like crash protection. This new Defender has a wading depth of 90 centimetres, and FYI, that's 15 centimetres more than a Jeep Wrangler. Now, if you want to see my full in-depth video review of the Jeep Wrangler, just click up there on the pop-out banner. Go check it out. If you're seriously into off-roading, then you may want to specify the optional winch. So it has a length of 40 metres and a towing ability of 4.5 tonnes. Oh, and you can operate it by remote control as well.
Okay, I think that's enough chat about the Defender's off-road features. What you guys really want to see is it actually off-roading. So I'm going to shut up for a bit so you can see exactly what this thing is capable of.
I hope you guys enjoyed this first look at the new Land Rover Defender. Now, we'll be reviewing it in full in future, but for now, let me know what you think of it in the comments box below. Also, please like this video, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Rough and tugged. Rough and tugged. Ooh, hello, hello, hello. Basically, you have to have more stuff at the front of the car for things like crash protection. And I wish I could say protection properly, because then I'd seem like a professional presenter. Can't even say that right. Professional presenter. And again,